Blake Bortles just went to the AFC title game. I recognize that the Jaguars got there on the strength of their defense. But Bortles also threw for 4,000 yards in his career one season. You also need to recognize, and most people don't, that this year, Blake Bortles was perfect in the red zone. Perfect. He did not throw an INT in the red zone this season. Let that sink in. Within the red zone, he was perfect this year. So when the Jacksonville Jaguars go out and spend money to extend him, and he gets roundly laughed at and ripped, I've got to laugh at the people that are laughing at it. My question is, what was their better option? If you say Kirk Cousins, okay. But one team gets Kirk Cousins. And let's say that they didn't have the money to break the bank for Kirk Cousins. Let's say that wasn't going to fit in their salary cap. What's the next best solution? Drafting a quarterback? Well, the Jaguars are not drafting in the top 5 like they normally do. They're drafting at the end of the first round because they happen to have a really good year. So scratch that unless you want to trade away billions of draft picks to move up to get one. Also, if you draft one of those guys, it's a step back in development, and you're ready to win right now. You just went to the AFC Championship game. So you say, spend money on somebody else. Maybe A.J. McCarron, or maybe Sam Bradford, or Case Keenum. Okay, those are options, but you can't convince me that that's automatically a better option than Blake Bortles. Do I think that A.J. McCarron could end up being as good a quarterback as Blake Bortles? Yeah, I think he could. But there's no guarantee. He has to then learn the offense, understand everybody within that organization, and this might be crazy to you, but they actually respect Blake Bortles within that organization. Tom Coughlin, who's about the toughest dude in the NFL, said, quote, Blake has proven with toughness and dependability that he can be the leader that we need. Doug Marrone said, quote, Blake is one of the toughest people I have ever met. And I'm talking about mental and physical toughness. That matters to them. That matters to them. Also, I hate to break it to everybody that wants to laugh at this contract, but guess what? He is still going to be paid in the bottom half of starting quarterbacks. He's only going to make about $18 million a year, which sounds like a lot of money, but that puts him just ahead of Ryan Tannehill and behind Andy Dalton. I don't know. That seems about right. With a ecosystem for the NFL quarterback that keeps giving crazy money to everybody that's available. A brand new contract that gives a starting quarterback that you just went to the AFC title game for, who's still in his athletic prime, still in his 20s, and you value for toughness, leadership, and dependability because he's not often injured, giving him a contract which pays him in the bottom half of starting quarterbacks seems exactly right. Today and over the weekend, there's going to be, and there was, a lot of laughter and joking and spitballs spat at the Jaguars. And I'm sorry. That's just not a logical conclusion for what they just did. It's just not. It's an easy laugh, and it's easy because Blake Bortles has been the whipping boy of one of the worst teams in football for 3 years, and that reputation got built up. Bortles is a bum, the Jaguars stink, and Blake Bortles is the face of the Jaguars. But when you weigh everything here, it's the smartest move the Jaguars can make. In fact, it's kind of the only move. Could they have gone out and spent a lot of money on A.J. McCarron? Sure, they could have. But maybe they've scouted A.J. and said, we don't really like him. Maybe they've looked at Case Keenum and said, we could spend money on Case Keenum, but that could be a one-year flyer. And maybe they looked at Blake Bortles and said, Bortles is never injured. This year, he was perfect in the red zone, didn't throw an interception. He helped an offense put up 45 points on the road in Pittsburgh. Granted, some of that was defensive. We got to an AFC championship game, and we can't spend the money on Kirk Cousins right now. Plus, he's a tough dude, and we like him. In the red zone this year, 18 touchdowns, no interceptions, and a 106 quarterback rating. The guy had a 106 QB rating in the red zone this year, and everybody wants to laugh at him like he's a bum. I hate to break it, he's not a bum. He's not Tom Brady, he's not Aaron Rodgers. But he's not a bum. And everybody acted like that over the weekend, and it was an ill-advised, ill-researched, low-hanging fruit take.